Hi, friends. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of our chat show. So this morning we're having on Aaron Kent today. So we'll be discussing on how to help parents to help their children to set goals. So as we all know, this is a new year and it's very important we all have goals as adults and also our children needs goals, for the year. So Aaron is a teenager specialist, family expert, and he will be introducing himself anyway, and he will be taking us through how we can help our children to set goals. So I pray may God help us as we listen in Jesus' name. So over to you, Haron. Hello, welcome aboard. Good to see you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's nice to see you too. All right, then so what I shall do is just explain a little bit about who I am, and then what I shall do is share. My name is Aaron Kent. I'm 29 years old, originally from London, but now I live in Manchester. At the age of 18, I worked for a youth organization in Manchester whilst all my family lived in London. During a specific period, I was promoted 4 times. Many schools, colleges, universities, businesses, and families will consistently say they want more of my time, consistently asking for more of my work with their teenagers, with their family, doing work with the married couples, but also work with their businesses, largely stating, which I thank God for, consistently asking for more of my wisdom. What eventually happened after these promotions, I then felt very strongly that my potential was being limited. So for that reason, I decided at the age of 22 to quit my job and start up my own businesses, to start up my own youth organization, where I develop the mind and lives of teenagers, of young people from primary school, secondary school, college, university. I work with teachers, work with parents and families and beyond. As well as that, a consultancy business, a life coaching business, where I work with individual adults and help them achieve goals, help them with that motivation, the wisdom, the guidance on their path and their journey. With what I shall be talking a bit about today, well, in terms of the youth organization called Elevate Youth, and my personal and professional development business is called Aaron Kent Consulting. In terms of setting goals, helping parents help teenagers, help young people set goals is extremely crucial. What I'm going to do today is just share a little bit about a few strategies how to help. The first thing that I would always advise whenever it comes to helping your child, helping your teenager set goals, again, similar to what Joe mentioned, like the new year, everybody's going to be thinking, what do I want to achieve in this year? What do I want to achieve there? The first thing that I would advise is first find out what it is that your child desires to achieve. And if it's not what your child desires to achieve, what is it that you would desire for your child to achieve? And the way that you can break that down is having conversations. So not demanding, and I know sometimes parents can be like, you have to do this, you need to achieve this. And I will highly advise you, that's not wisdom. And that's not the best way for young people, for teenagers, for people, even us as adults. That's not the best way that we have that motivation and that desire to want to do things. So the best thing to do is have conversations and helping them recognize what it is that they desire to achieve. The first strategy is this. Find out what they want to achieve and find out the reasons why they want to achieve that thing. So for example, let's say if it's an education, primary school or secondary school, college or university, the way that you would go about that is ask them, what is it that you would want to achieve in your education this year? What type of grades would you desire to get? Whatever their response is, what you must then do, step number 2, is you find out the pain that they feel they will get if they don't achieve that goal. Why do I say that? Because naturally, as human beings, if you're in a position whereby you think, oh, I can get this, but if I don't get it, it's not a big deal, then the truth is you're not really going to desire to try and get that. So in setting goals for your children, helping your children, but also with yourselves as well, find that reason why it will be painful if you don't achieve that goal. So the way you help your teenager or you help your child is you help them, having conversations with them, and help them write down things, as well as you doing it as well, things that they would desire to achieve. Remember, it's not your job to enforce it on them to say, you need to achieve this, but if you want them to achieve something, don't tell them, I'm going to give you a strategy how to do that. You explain to them why it's important for them to achieve a particular goal or a particular target. They may say, I don't really know, or okay, I'll just do it. But what we know is a half-hearted response is usually a no response. So what you do is you then, using your wisdom now, you then give them the reasons as to why they should want to set this particular goal and want to achieve that particular goal. As parents and as adults, naturally as teenagers, as young people, and also people, that's who we are, one of the greatest ways of learning is by watching what other people do. So as opposed to you just telling your child, you must achieve this, or you should do this, it's important and valuable for you to also set a goal that you're also desiring to achieve. Because if you tell your child, this is what I'm working on, this is how long I'm giving myself to achieve it, and then it's like, okay, it's almost a partnership, right? I'm working on this, I want to achieve this, whilst you work on that, you achieve that. The main reason why I say that, it's very easy to talk at children. It's very easy to talk at teenagers. But in their mind, a lot of the time, they're thinking, okay, you're telling me to do this, but what is it that you're doing? And if you're saying, right, I'm on this journey, I'm also trying to achieve whatever it is your goals and targets are, and you're also telling, and they're saying, okay, mommy, daddy, auntie, uncle, grandpa, grandmother, whatever the case may be, this is what I'm trying to achieve, then you're both on a journey where they can see you and you're putting in the work whilst they're also putting in the work. Strategy number 2, after finding out the reasons, the pain that they will feel if they don't achieve that goal, as well as that, the advantages, how it will make them feel in a positive way if they do achieve that goal. Number 2 comes down to this. Express to them the main benefits, how it will be to them, not just now, but also in the future. Whenever it comes to goals and targets, a lot of the time, the pain of not achieving a goal will largely drive us to then want to achieve a goal. But if we understand the benefits, and not just right now, but how it will benefit us in the long term, that's when our desire and our mindset, forgive me, is much more determined in order to achieve it. And that's exactly the same situation when it comes to teenagers and young people. So if you can have your teenagers and your children, your young people, if you can give them the main benefits, and not for you, not for society, but how it will benefit them personally. But the way you need to do it, you need to speak to them in their language. It can't be based off your wants and your needs. And the main reason why I state that is because people only care about you when they find out how much you care about them. So even a child, even a teenager who is yours, they may think, oh, but does mommy and daddy want me to do this just because they want to tell their friends? Which I know sometimes is the case. Look what my son is doing. Look what my daughter's doing. That can't be the case. Because if that is the case, the child's not going to have that motivation to want to do it. They need to understand the fundamental benefits to them. If they can feel and understand those fundamental benefits, then the chances of them achieving those goals and targets are much higher. Third option, third strategy. The targets have to be realistic. Let's say the first 3 targets, they have to be achievable. They have to be almost easy for them to achieve. And once you've got past the third, then you can set the bigger, the greater. Can you still see me?
I can see you.
Then that's when you set the bigger and the greater targets. The reason why I say that, like the majority of people, if they feel they're doing something, let's say if I'm talking about losing weight or building muscle or learning a new language, if at the first attempt you're trying, but then you feel like, I'm just not understanding it, it's very easy for people to then lose motivation and then stop. So if you're saying, right son, right daughter, right, my child, my niece, my nephew, you need to achieve this big thing. You tell them, this is what I would like you to achieve. Remember, you give them the first 2 points that I gave you, but then, and after explaining to them the benefits to themselves, but then what you do is you set the targets where they're so achievable, it feels like it's easy. And the reason for that is because when we do things, it's easier for us, for our belief to then increase. So if you set a specific target, but it's achievable and they achieve that target, and you set another target and it's achievable and they achieve that target, what then begins to happen is they begin to feel, I can do this, I'm great. And that belief is huge, especially when it comes to success. in teenagers, in young people, in children, but also in us as human beings as well. It's, forgive me, I don't know what's up with my throat.
That's fine.
It's extremely beneficial for teenagers, for young people, for children to feel like whatever targets have been set, they can get that. Once you've overcome the third challenge of the goals and targets and they're achieving them, that's when you can set the bigger goals, the bigger targets. And what will happen is their belief within them would think, hold on, but I've already achieved X, Y, and Z, the others. So of course I can achieve this as well. And you know what you then do if they're finding it hard? That's when you can then state, remember what I said about also you doing a goal or achieving a goal and target? You can say, look, I found this hard, but look, this is what I'm doing. And they're going to feel more empowered to continue to go on. And if you decide, I would advise you to also do it, but if you decide to not do it and be lazy, and you say, no, I just want it for my child, I don't want to do it myself, this is what I would advise you to do then. You use the small achievable goals and targets that they've already achieved. And that's what you use to motivate them. You say, look, my son, my daughter, my friend, whatever the case may be, look at what you've already done. Of course you can do this. So what you've then done is you built their self-belief and they're feeling, yeah, I can do it. And then we go to stage 4. And in this area, or the next strategy, in this area, it's extremely crucial for you to reward them. It's very important to reward someone. As soon as they've achieved, as soon as your child or children or young person, people you're with, have achieved a specific goal or target, it's very, very important for you to reward them before they ask you to reward them. The reason why I say that, if they have to wait to ask you to be rewarded, in their mind, they're going to think, hold on, I'm only doing this for that person's benefit. I don't care whether you're the mother or father. It's the same situation. They think you just want me to do it for you. But if you are keeping a close eye and you've seen, oh, you've achieved this specific goal or target, and you reward them, again, that's going to give them greater motivation and desire to want to continue to go on further. Again, why is it important? It has to be so personal. There is no one on this earth who has achieved anything great without fundamentally understanding and having a desire within themselves first. As we are aware, some people can get married to someone because this is what the culture wants or the family wants, and sometimes things don't always work out. But if it's, this is what I want, with many young people who I work with, many parents, many marriage couples that I work with, so many of them, if it's that desire within them that, okay, I want to do it and I understand it, the chances of them continue to go on forward are much higher than someone who feels, I'm just doing it because of the other person. So that whole element, the reward, it's very important to reward them and reward them before they've done it. Now, the fifth thing that I would say, don't just reward the result. You must also reward the effort. If you can see that they're putting in the effort to desire to get to that next level, to achieve a specific goal, you must reward them. And reward doesn't always have to be financially. We're in lockdown right now. So reward doesn't have to be you take them out to a restaurant or something like that. Reward could be something even intimate, even a certain type of conversation with them. Even if it means you opening up about a specific issue that you had, but you've overcome it. It's very important, those rewards. Many times parents feel like, children feel like they don't understand them. And to a large degree, it's true. But the main reason for that is because there are many parents who don't open up to their children and tell them about the challenges and the issues that they've had. A lot of the time when they do, they say it like this. When I was your age, we had to do this and we had to do that, and we had to do this, and you're complaining. Don't do it like that. That doesn't work. Instead, what you do is you express, when I was your age and I went through A, B, C, D, this is the way how and then you share with them the hard challenges that you had, but then you share with them how you overcame those challenges. And they will feel most comfortable in themselves that, oh, maybe I can achieve this or I can achieve that. I've given you 5 key strategies on ways how to help your child, your children, your teenagers, and also people around you set and achieve goals. So as we go through them again, number 1 is you find out what it is that they want to achieve, what it is that they want to gain. And if they don't have anything, remember my secret that I told you, You need to plant the seed in their mind. You tell them, it will be amazing if you get this. It'll be amazing if you achieve that. You set the goals. Number two, what I did say is you set a target with them as well. So if for them it's in education, or if for them it's respect, whatever the case may be, you also set a target. It can be something very different, but something that they can also say, mommy, daddy, auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, how are you getting on with your goal and your target? So that they also feel motivated. Number three, what I did state, which is so important, make sure you get that desire, that want. If they don't achieve this, what pain will they receive? You need to understand, they need to understand, if you don't achieve this goal, what pain will you gain? And then what will be the benefits of it? Again, what I did say, most of us as human beings, a lot of the times we do things because we think, I don't want this bad thing to happen. Why is it that in the morning, so many people are rushing late to work? Because they don't want to arrive late. Yet if they went earlier, things wouldn't have been as bad. When some people get to a certain age, then they think, okay, I need to study, I need to do this, I need to do that. Why? Because of the fear of what could potentially happen if they don't get certain things that they feel they need. So extremely important. And with what I did state, so the fourth point I did mention, that whole element of where they feel like it's personal to them, it's so personal to them that they feel you make it personal to the child, to the teenager, to the young person. So they also feel, okay, I get it. I need to achieve A, B, C, D for me. It's extremely beneficial. And what I did advise yourselves to do again was that whole emphasis of making it personal and showing them these are the benefits, these are the benefits. And then the fifth one, as I did share it with you. So that is myself. I hope this has been beneficial. If there are any questions, I'm sure Joe put my details down. But again, follow me on Instagram, on Facebook. And yes, consistent videos are coming out to develop the mind and lives of teenagers, parents, married couples, families, and more, as I do the work that the good Lord has allowed me to do.
Thank you so much. So thank you so much, Aaron, for your time this morning. I understand it's not easy, to get you, but I really appreciate, your time given to us, to speak, to our parents today. And I'll quickly go through what you said, what I've learned as a person, from that. And I hope our parents as well, they've learned one or two things from, what you've discussed with us today. So one thing the first point, what I derive from that is parent, you need to understand, we as parents, we need to understand, our children's goals, and we need to also find out what's going to be the pain if they do not achieve that goal. And then we need to be able to mirror, the goals. As we are setting our own goals, we are doing our own thing, as we are telling them to, setting goals for them. No, we are not setting goals for them. I don't miss that hope. As we are, helping them out, in setting their goals, we also need to have a goal that some things that we're working on and we are advising them on. And goals should be measurable, should be specific. So like I said, it should be realistic. And also, they need to understand the long-term reward, the long-term benefits of the goal. So it's not like you are just doing it now, but the long time, how is it going to be, affect them in future. So, and also, I think the last bit is the reward. So parents, we need to be rewarding them as they are achieving this goal. So parents, like he mentioned, I think one of the point three, that we need to set a goal ourselves. So parents, I believe on this new year, 2021, so you should be, I believe you have your own goals for this year, but one of the goals should be you getting, sign up your teenagers for Aaron Kent on Hub. So he's going to tell us a little bit, just a few minutes, just talk about the Hub, how it is. So parents, please, let's try to achieve this. Let's try to ensure that we sign up our teenagers for this app. Is really going to help them. So when we want them to be a better person, when we want them to set goals, we need to be able to give them facilities. So for example, if they sign up, they listen to videos that motivate them, they want to be better. So we pray may God help you. So Aaron, please, if you don't mind, quickly share a little bit about the app so that parents have better understanding. I know I'll be sharing it on the platform, but our parents need to understand what they have about. Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. Okay, so when I was 22, this was 7 years ago, when I started up my own company, my own youth organization, many teenagers, many young people, many parents would say, Aaron, we wish we had you in our pocket. Because, and every time something happens, we feel like we just wish we could just watch a video of you or just listen to your wisdom where you just motivate us, but also you just give us wisdom through the scenarios. I was consistently hearing this from loads of different young people. They would say, Aaron, I got into this situation, but I feel like if I had you, or I had to tell myself, what would Aaron say in this situation? Many parents would say the same thing, but also what I recognized was teenagers don't always feel comfortable to just open up to their parents. Teenagers and young people don't always feel comfortable to open up to their parents, to open up to their teachers. I do thank my sweet and wonderful Lord Jesus Christ for blessing me with the gift of people feeling comfortable, just opening up, but also the wisdom that he's given me to share. So I started thinking, okay, Aaron, how can you put what you do in a box, and you can also give it to others and share it with others? And that's when the idea of an app came. So I created an app, which is this app, which the information will be on there, and I shall share a little bit more. And it's called the Mindset for Success app. So if you want to go into Google and type in mindsetforsuccess.com, it will come up. So what it does is, on that whole element and on the app, there are a list of topics and videos that I cover. All of them focus on giving teenagers, giving young people strategies to achieve success, overcome mental health issues, and put themselves in a position whereby they can then fulfill their potential. What I'm going to do is just read out a few videos and topics that I've created on this app. So it's myself, the animated videos which enable the teenager and young person to be engaged, to be completely hooked in. Various and thousands of teenagers have already purchased the app already, or their parents purchasing it for them. They're reflective questions. I'm not here just to motivate people. I'm here to give you wisdom, motivate you, and then put you in good stead where I have guided you in a specific path. In the beginning, before the videos, you get optional questions, which then get the teenagers and the young people engaged. After the optional questions, it's a specific video on a specific topic, which I'm going to share with you. On the specific app, there are over 270 videos and topics on the specific app. I'm going to read a few for you. And then after watching a video, there are reflective questions, so that they can't just leave and say, oh, I watched that video, but they leave and say, I watched that video and I learned. The reflective questions will help them learn how to apply what they've learned in their daily life. I'd advise you, so if you are to go to the Aaron Kent, Mr. Kent, Mr. MRKENT _ on Instagram, you'll see the information there, or on Elevate Youth app on Instagram, you shall see it there. Or if you go into Google and type in Mindset for Success, at mindsetforsuccess.com. So here is, sorry, forgive me, how dare I do that? www.mindsetforsuccessapp.com, app.com. Here are a few topics and videos on the app. How to effectively get out of an altercation, the advantages of hard work, how to ask for help, since we know that not every teenager and young person feels comfortable to ask for help, taking the initiative, positive self-identity, controlling anger, having ambition and aspirations, learning how to set and achieve goals and targets, overcoming anxiety, increasing self-belief, how to handle bullying, how to be courageous, stepping out of your comfort zone, getting what you should get done completed, the quality of commitment, effective communication skills, preventing procrastination, understanding others, valuing yourself, better time management, revision, which we know is a big deal, developing positive habits, friendships, focus, the importance of forgiving others. If we can't forgive others, how is it that we can expect ourselves to move forward? Building self-esteem, not getting distracted, how to deal with disappointment, overcoming depression, having self-discipline, how to have self-control, building confidence. Social media is big in today's day and age. So how to overcome the pressures of social media, creating success, how to deal with teachers, wisdom, valuing yourself, maturity about money, parents. Sometimes, you know, when your child asks you, Mommy, Daddy, can I have these trainers? Can I have this? Can I have that? And you haven't got the money to do that. The app would teach teenagers and young people how to value money. It would teach them, before you can think about trying to make money, make yourself valuable. That's just a few of the topics on the app. And I'm very grateful that last year, in 2019, I was named Manchester Online Coach of the Year receive this award for the work that I do and all that I've created, which I'm extremely grateful for. So yeah, that's a bit about the app, and everyone who has the app by default then has contact with myself, who I am still guiding and helping them along the way. So that's a little bit about the app.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Aaron. So parents, I'll be sharing the link to the app under this video, so you can, go and read further about the app. And if you want to get in touch with Aaron Kent, you don't say to get to speak with me, then I can link you up. But most importantly, make sure you sign up this app, for your teenagers. So it's going to be very beneficial for them. So thank you so much, Aaron, for your time today. God bless you. And we'll say thank you, our parents, for listening, and we wish you a very lovely week ahead. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
God bless you. Bye-bye.